Oh, today we're up towards Chinyero, and we'll be starting the other side of the road up in that direction, up that mountain there. So we're off. The start of the walk is very nice, broad path into the top of the pine forest. Only for a short distance though, then we join a bit of a lava field. We have to cross that before we get back into the forest. Well, we're now off the track through the last few pines before we go into the lava field. And if you look ahead, there's a beautiful view of Tenerife. It's a view that really shows the contrast out here. The lava field, the pines, all the forest, and of course all dominated by Tenerife. A really nice place. Well, I'm through the lava field just about. I'm going to start climbing up the hill, but things like the trees, it's what makes Tenerife walking so amazing. It's not just Tenerife, of course. All the islands have their own particular brand of walking and beauty. All the Canaries are wonderful. Anyway, better start climbing the hill. Well, that's where I've just come from. I've just seen some Spanish walking the dog. And now well, I have problems with the batteries again, but now we're about to start the serious climbing, which is going up that way. But very pretty. For some reason, coming up there, I was walking parallel to the path. Never saw the start of it. But yesterday when I looked at the elevation of this looked like the north face of the Eiger as we get further on. We'll see when we get there. The sign that says, if I can find it for you, there. This is not the path that is down in the book, but it is my path. So we're now off piste. Been walking nearly half an hour now. Still climbing and still got some way to go. Another piece that's not strictly on my walk. We walked this route, similar route last year, but didn't go up here. I think this takes me to the top of the mountain, up there somewhere. So today I'm going up there. Right, as you can hear, climbing even harder now. The white bag that we saw last year is still stuck up that mountain. We've just come up there and we're going higher and higher. Well, getting nearer the top, I take it that that's the top up there. Lots of new little trees up here, and I think the path goes straight on. I'll find out in a few seconds. At least there's somebody left a few stones about for us to follow. This is quite unusual actually. It's very rare that you're in a forest of young trees like this. Whether these are natural or planted, I'm not sure, but makes for a different, interesting walk. Well, the path goes on down there. Got a peak to that side, but this was this peak I thought of climbing. People have obviously walked up there. There is a lot of vegetation, so I'll follow where other people have been. That was rather hard work. Right, I'm going to walk over there to the peak and have a water stop. Obviously I'm not the first up here. There's a footpath that's being made by other people climbing up that hill. Way down there, somewhere around about there, is the minibus. Difficult to see actually. It is down there somewhere. I'm now on the peak. Unfortunately, the clouds have rolled in that direction. We should be able to see Chinyero, and all we've got is low cloud, and in the other direction Pico Viejo, which you can see in front of us, and behind that, I'll walk this way a bit, you should be able to see Tade. Oh, it's behind us. Climb down this hill slightly. And there you have, through the trees there, Pico Viejo, and behind that tree, which you can't see the peak, I suppose you might be able to from there, is Tade. We are quite high up, it really is very nice. Time for water, I'm afraid. Well, coffee, drinks time, I'm afraid. Really is quiet up here. Apart from the two people walking the dog earlier on, I've not seen anybody or heard anybody. But somebody's built a cairn just to mark the top of the peak, and there is water time. Well, I was hoping while I had some water that the cloud would clear, but it's not playing nice today. So it looks as though, oh, it's a bit clearer over towards Chinyero now. You can see the trees going up towards Chinyero. Might be alright in 10 minutes time. It has cleared up this way, so Pico Viejo and Tade are very clear now. But I've got to find a way down. The track runs round the bottom, but I think I'll go down the way I came up. I know what's there, whereas I don't know what's down to the right. Well, there we are. In front of us now, Her Majesty of Tade. Through the trees. Well, here we are. Back down to the path. I came down that side. That was easier than that side. Not as steep, and a fair number of footholds. Stop you sliding down the hill. So, we'll continue our walk. Although I thought we'd walked all this, I don't remember this bit of path. The bit I remember was more open than this. It's very pleasant, but I shall have to check where I really am. I would have remembered a stream bed, so I'm certainly not on the path that we've walked before. Obviously, where the water comes rushing off the mountain and forms itself into a stream, carries on down this barranco I'm walking down. It's interesting because there is a stream bed running all the way down here, and I've certainly not walked this path with a stream bed at the side of it unless I rejoined it further down this path here. Well, the minibus is back in that direction down that road there, about 100 metres after those parked vehicles. But obviously I decided that this walk wasn't long enough, so at this point it's go that way into the lava and over that little mountain and see what's there. And the problem now is actually following the path. They aren't really marked, we're not on a normal path anymore. One went to the right, this is the way we're going, and up that hill there. Quite pleasant, and at least we've got a bit of shade. In a few minutes we'll be out in the sun, and it's about 29 out there. Very lost the path again, navigating by GPS. Whenever you lose a path and you have to do GPS, you find you've got a giant climb in front of you. But this is the path that I should be on, and it's going up there. Well, I've been walking an hour now. I sent Jamie a quick message saying I'm still alive and kicking. I thought I was a lot further down than I am. According to my tracking, I've only done 2.2 kilometres and this walk is 5.5. So I'm not halfway there yet, so I don't know where I'm going next. But across this lava field for a start. Volcano land. It must have been a bit like hell when all this was molten and being spit out of the Pico Biaco, and possibly from Chinyero. Some big pieces of lava that's been tipped out. But we're going down to the road and across. Someone did report that there are only 400 volcanoes on Tenerife. There seems to be far more than that actually. All these little peaks are little volcanoes. It is somewhat different walking through this landscape. You can imagine what kind of desolation occurred here. But nature always comes back. When people worry about CO2 and mankind killing the planet, mankind is just trivial on the planet. The trouble is there's too many of them. When you're walking through a landscape like this and you hear those experts on the television saying mankind will destroy the planet, they really are a bit, I suppose they're idiots really. The planet has got so much more power than human. The only thing that the humans will do is wipe the human race out. The planet will continue afterwards without them quite happily. Right, we've crossed the road and I think there's a path down this side somewhere and I can find the start of it. I'll have to have a look round. I appear to have lost the path again. I just walked across that lot, but You know, I had to walk across there. I just had trouble with the battery on the camera again, so I had to change it to the original one. And they're saying I lost the path, but somebody's put a cairn here, and there's one that I saw further down somewhere, which I've lost now, down that way somewhere. So we'll wander down there until we come across the path. An interesting excursion through a lava field. I did finally find the track I should have been on. It suddenly started there, joins the path that I should be walking on 50 metres time. I came on this side to avoid walking down the road, but another 100 metres further on it goes back to the road. So that was all rather a waste of time. Never mind. Interesting. This is a bomb, something that's been thrown out of the volcano at some time. You can see, if you come up close, these bits, which were once molten, are now falling off. Can you imagine that thing hitting you on the back of the head? A bit painful. But depends where you are with it. And an amazing tree managing to grow on top of it. Well, the map says walk up this path and onto the road. Unfortunately, this track doesn't reach the road. Looks as though I'm going to have to go up there. Fortunately, other people have been down here, so they have found a way through it. Although at present I can't see it. Going to the map, I can now just stride onto the road. You should have not noticed there's quite a large difference in height and a lot of loose lava in there. But walkers have made a path round to get to the back to the road. Well, here we are, back on the other side of the road. Trying to find a way down to the path down there. Oh, here we are. Goes round this corner. Well, when you consider that the Canaries are quite a small volcanic set of islands, there are far greater volcanic areas in the world, it just shows how insignificant mankind is. It does raise the philosophical question. Has mankind done anything to improve the planet while mankind has been about? And I suppose the answer is no. And maybe all intelligent species always destroy planets. But there is no way that they can improve the planet. We're an insignificant species. It's just we like to pretend that we're clever and that we've got intelligent teenagers saying that we need to do this, that and the other. In reality, we're not much to crow about in the universe. Well, nearly at the end. Just a final thought as we walk through this nice bit of thing. Well, there are people that philosophise that all intelligent species eventually destroy their civilization and everything that has evolved with them. And maybe that's true. There is no place in the universe for intelligent civilizations. They are just kind of scourge on the universe. It's interesting what your mind thinks of while you're walking.